Welcome to Beans and Breakdowns, a podcast dedicated to bridging the gap between specialty coffee and the heavy music community. On this episode, I'm joined by Julien Kuny, drummer of the band Gutrectomy. So grab a fresh cup of coffee and wake the fuck up! What's going on, caffeinated crew? Today I'm joined by Julien of the band Gutrectomy. How are you?
Yeah. I'm fine. I'm pretty curious about what we're gonna talk about, what your questions are, and also to find a little bit more about you, maybe, because you're also a drummer.
I am a mysterious person. Not really. I talk way too much, so hopefully this isn't an episode where I talk too much, but it can happen.
It can happen.
Especially when we talk about drums, because I love like drum and gear talk and all kinds of stuff like that. So, and you play in a very, very fast slam deathcore-esque style band, which is a lot of like very technical drumming. So I'm excited to get into some of that. But first, we must talk about what you're drinking.
Don't be mad, but it's it's decaffeinated coffee from an espresso machine, like the fast one for at home. Yeah.
What's the brand?
The brand Nespresso. It's like you don't know it from there?
No, I do. I just sometimes you can buy like the capsules from other people.
No, it's like the most standard I've got, and now decaffeinated, no experiments. I know it tastes like good. That's enough for my time now. So it's almost 10 p.m. and then it's fine. You don't need like the delicious Kickstarter for the day. Now it's coming down. And also we have some beer. So
you have some beer too. Okay, good. I was gonna say you could add a little bit of I don't know what y'all would drink a lot of, but you could spike it, make it a little Irish coffee or something.
Yeah, maybe. So the drink from our band is like Pfeffy, it's called. It's like a mint liquor. Oh. And I can imagine it would be like the worst combination ever with coffee together. I never tried it, and I think there's a reason I never tried it.
That's
but
hilarious.
Maybe next time.
I mean, it's worth a shot. Like, because I work in coffee now as well, and so it's all about like experimenting with different stuff and what's the new thing to bring the coffee flavors out even more. So mint could be the sleeper. We don't even know.
It could be. Yeah, I will look at my fridge. Maybe. At the last 10 minutes, I will leave a little sip of ugly brown stuff here and try it with mint. Maybe.
Some nice mint coffee. I was in Ireland 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
Okay.
Something like that. The time slips away. They have a nice liquor there called poachine. And it's basically Irish moonshine that was illegal for like 300 years. And then they legalized it in the 90s. I went to a bar that does a Belfast coffee is what it's called. And it's an Irish coffee made with the poachine instead of like a Jameson or a Teeling or something like that. And it may have been the bar. It may have been the poachine. It may have been just the vibe of Ireland. But that was one of the best coffee drinks I've ever had.
And you know it was the vibe. Sometimes it's the location, the guys you're hanging with, and then also the freakiest stuff could be the best stuff you ever tried.
It's true. The freaky stuff is always good. Like in Mexico, eyeball tacos. Good
eyeball
stuff.
Tacos.
You gotta try it.
What kind of eyeballs?
It's just from like wherever they have the eyeballs.
Okay.
No, I think it's like cow.
No, it's okay.
I think it's cow.
That's perfect. I'm vegetarian, so
Sorry, never mind. Don't do
So,
that.
no, so I will try it, of course.
It's a
So it has to be
byproduct.
something like the
Yeah.
normal meter stuff, pff, lame. But this
No,
shit,
you gotta do. Can you, if you're vegetarian, can you eat things with like insect?
I've tried it. So I'm not that hardcore strict. I'm
Okay.
trying different stuff. So I'm started being vegetarian because I really don't like the taste of like yeah steaks and stuff. So the stuff everybody loves, and when it's
Hmm.
put it on the grill or stuff, I tasted and was like, yeah, okay, it tastes like brown.
Hmm.
Yeah, just not mine. I tried insects and like what's it called? Like the small they're in the fields everywhere and the main
Oh, like crickets.
crickets. Thanks. And they just take like a crunch
Hmm.
and a bit of something, maybe a little bit of chicken, but yeah, don't like meaty taste or like an own strong taste. Yeah.
But you weren't like turned off by the crunch or anything of the cricket.
Yeah,
Like it
yes,
was.
of course.
Oh, you
It
were.
was, yeah, of course. Well, it was so hard. Maybe it wasn't really the best way. It was like on a company's party where they offered it.
Hmm.
And then I just tried it and it was so hard and so loud. You bite on it like, oh, fuck, what's that? And then it tastes like it sounded. And then, okay, now I know it. And
Yeah.
that was it. Yeah.
In Mexico, they do that kind of thing, but they roast it. So they spread it out and roast it like over a fire, and then they put a
Mhm.
lot of lime juice all over it, and something is called tahine. You can usually buy it everywhere.
Mhm.
It's like a chili lime salt, and they
Yeah.
just coat it in lime and the tahine, and so you can just sit there and eat it. They'll sell it by the like the kilo, and you'll just
Oh,
sit there and eat it like popcorn. It's very good. I like it a
the
lot.
Mexican movie snack, popcorn snack.
Just smuggle it in. You can't buy it at the movie theaters though. That's what sucks.
Yeah. Until now,
It's just smuggle it in. Put it,
maybe in your next life,
yeah.
go there,
Put it.
open a shop, a small screen, a bucket of crickets. Zack, millionaire.
Yes, I only sell crickets at the movie theater I run. Are
Perfect.
are are you a coffee person?
I am a coffee person, so I really like the taste of coffee, but I'm not like a specialist or something. I really appreciate it when there are guys doing me really good coffee, and then
Mm-hmm.
I taste it. Oh, damn, that's good. That's better than the one I make at home. But uh, I'm so often in my bureau or agency working stuff, and maybe you know it also. There's like this one machine who makes like coffee, and nothing special. And that's like the most of coffee I'm drinking while working. And when you're going out at the evening, it's more seldom coffee. But going to brunches or breakfast, friends, then I appreciate it, of course.
Where
The other
you
way,
live? Oh,
I
sorry.
don't like, or the other way, I don't like bad coffee, but I'm fine with good one.
That's what we call it, diner coffee, where it's like not the best, but like in the moment, it's okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I noticed when I was in Northern Europe, as you know, like a
yeah.
week or two ago, every bar, every restaurant, everywhere I would go, and maybe this is because I was going to more like bougie places.
Hmm.
Everywhere has a machine called a Mocha Master,
Hmm.
and it's
Yeah,
like it's by Technivorum. Really, really great, like batch brew machine. Here they're
yeah,
very expensive, and I'm wondering if they're just way less expensive over there, or if everybody's just
yeah.
really. No,
So
they're not.
they are also very expensive here, and also like in the city where I live, on the menu of the restaurant or stuff like that, you can order like a coffee and a Mocha Master coffee. So it's
Ah,
like a special one. You already can read like when you order it. That's crazy. Yeah.
what? But it just makes batch brew. Like, why would you charge more for what other coffee machine are you using besides that coffee machine?
Yeah, maybe there's a comparison with jeans with uh, already cut holes into it. You know what I mean? It's like
The relict jeans.
yeah, it's like a broken jeans, but it's aesthetic and cool. I don't know. Maybe this is the vibe.
That's crazy. That's I didn't even realize that because everywhere I was going, it's like a batch brew is just going to be a mocha master, and then you can get a hand brew, which is like the V60 or the whatever the pour over for 20 euros is, um, and then like espresso. But yeah, the I was just blown away. Every single place I would go, that's not a coffee shop, has a mocha master, and
Okay,
I was like,
crazy. No,
you
it's not
guys
the
are
here.
oh,
Also
okay.
here in Belgium, it's not that normal. So yeah, you were in Europe, like in Northern Europe, but that's incredibly different culture.
Mhm. It's also incredibly expensive culture.
Yeah, it's
Like I don't know what is like the median cost of like a cup of coffee at a shop.
here would say well, about €3, 3.50,
Mm-hmm.
3.50, something like that.
Yeah. So here
Depends.
that's pretty normal. It's like 350 Canadian, $4. That's almost the same, especially with like the inflation like
Hmm.
between our two areas.
Yeah.
Everywhere in Copenhagen and even in Aarhus,
Hmm.
it's no less than 30 crowns, which is
Once.
like 5 euros
Ooh,
at,
bad.
at least, like at the very least. Most places it's like 49, 50, 60,
Damn. So it's like the only country you're going to Starbucks to save money.
or McDonald's.
Oh, yeah.
But even McDonald's has like full on espresso machines. They don't even have like, the little like they push the button and the poop comes out kind of
Yeah,
coffee
we
machines.
also have it here. There's like a Mac Cafe. Do you have
Mm-hmm.
it also? And they're like full coffee shops. That's pretty crazy. It's even
Mm-hmm.
that bad. Not that bad.
I didn't try the coffee because I was already getting 17 coffees a day when I was over there. And so
Oh.
I didn't have, time or will for getting a McDonald's coffee. I was curious and I did take a picture because I walked into one in Stockholm and it's like a full on huge like Chimbali espresso
Mhm.
machine with grinders. And I was like, this is insane. And it's yellow with red accents.
Yeah, that's crazy. But with 17 coffees, wow, how many hearts do you have?
Like five. So
Five. Okay.
it was like almost average like 3 coffees per heart.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah. Do you
Um,
have to train it? So you started with two hearts and then you go on with three, four, five? Or was it like
yeah,
a positive defect?
yeah. It's like I just realized like if I had more hearts, my capacity for coffee would just like elevate.
Okay. And
I
that's
still have the
on.
same amount of taste buds, so it just means I get to taste 17 coffees, but that they don't affect. Maybe
Okay.
my brain. I don't know. I need to check the brain effects for that.
Well, maybe sometime.
I'll just check in with my second brain to see how it's doing.
Okay, so you're checking with your second brain, your first brain, how it's going on. Okay, I
Yeah,
understand.
they're just gonna have a conversation, check in with each other.
Like you told, yeah, crazy person. Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Is it because you're from are you from like Black Forest? Is that the area?
Yes.
Is it pretty
Yeah,
rural?
pretty what?
Like rural, like more it's not like as like city, I guess, or is it still populated?
Yes and no. So I'm living in the Black Forest, but like the corner of it in the biggest city there, it's called Freiburg. Freiburg in Breisgau, and it's like really at the start of the mountains. It's the biggest city like here, when yeah, in the Black Forest area, and we are about like only an hour away from Switzerland to the south,
Mm-hmm.
and like 20, 30 minutes to France to the left, to the west. So a pretty crazy area here with all the cultures. But yeah, of course, we call it out with Black Forest because it's pretty famous, like worldwide. And yeah, we have here like the Cocoa watches, we have here the ham and stuff. All the traditionals are coming from our region here.
That's what I was literally going to say. It is in my notes. The next question is it where Black Forest ham is from?
Black Forest ham, like the original factory is like 20, 30 minute drive also from here into the mountains. It's like just a few meters or something like that from our rehearsal room.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Have you been there?
not really at the factory. It's like for us a normal thing, I guess. So it's ham. Okay, cool, ham. So
But you don't even eat ham.
yeah, I ate. So
Okay.
tried it, of course. So some years ago, it was totally normal at the breakfast table. And yeah, it's good. I like it. It's pretty salty,
Hmm.
but it's special. But you only know that it's special when you're at the other place where you don't have ham like this.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So where I'm from, Black Forest ham is not super popular. I guess it is. It's become more popular because a lot of people sell it now, I guess. But when I was a kid, for special occasions, we had like baked hams with like honey.
Mhm.
I'm not sure if that's something that y'all do as well, where it's like a honey baked ham or it's like got a glaze and then you.
Yeah. Like what's the word? You know it like with the beers, the crazy breweries testing all the stuff and stuff.
Mhm.
Like this region is like the same for bread and ham or sausages. When you go here into a normal shop, there's like everything full hanging with meat and stuff and sausages, and there's everything that's crazy.
Sounds wonderful.
Yeah, I like it with the bread
Yeah.
because when if I'm traveling to other places on the earth, the bread tastes like nothing. It's like a beige, brownish something. So, and you really have to go to really small villages or something like that because in the supermarkets, for us, everything is toast. There's
Mhm.
like browner toast and lighter toast in the other cities or countries, and here you have like in bakeries. It's awesome. I really love bread.
I love bread too. I ate too much bread the past two
Yeah.
weeks. I feel like
So
half the pictures I took was bread. Like, look at this
okay,
bread. Look at this bread.
bread and breakdowns. Okay, I got it.
Yeah, is what the other. It's the secret off menu B is bread and breakdowns.
Okay, so
Yeah,
with the questions before, you know, then it's a coffee guy, it's a bread guy, and then
yeah.
you know what's going on.
That's how we get to the bottom of what we're going to talk about for the whole time is bread.
That
But
substance,
yeah,
yeah.
but yeah, cinnamon buns every day. Like, come on, it's the best.
To the northern regions, I was in Hamburg,
Mhm.
like well, 3, 4 weeks ago, and so, and there it starts. You're coming up to the north, the cinnamon buns getting crazier and better. And like here in our city, there is one shop selling them, and I never was there because when I know they're bad, I'm really sad. When I know they're good, I will get really fat. So I will don't even try it.
Do they do the one where it's like where they like do it thin and kind of braid it and then like
Yeah,
braid it around? Oh, it's the
yeah.
best.
It looks like a croissant where you stepped onto it, and
Yes.
then it goes over and it's like so crunchy and so.
And they got the salt on top. Ugh. Come
Yeah,
on.
yeah. Oh, I have to go back to Hamburg. Yeah,
I
but
was
8 hour
when
drive from. Yeah,
8 hours?
yeah.
That's far.
Yeah, I'm living like in the most south corner in Germany, you can
Mhm.
imagine. And yeah, Hamburg is like the toppest
How
corner.
far from Munich are you?
Um, 3, 4 hours,
Because it's
something
like
like
very
that.
far east, right?
Yeah, like straight line to the east. Yeah.
Hmm. That's I really want to go to Munich for Oktoberfest, and I know that's very American sounding, but it's only because my wife brews beer, and so she
Yeah.
wants to go
Okay.
and see Oktoberfest.
Yeah, I never was there at Oktoberfest. I was like in smaller Oktoberfest. As Oktoberfest is like a thing all over Germany or in
Mhm.
the south of Germany, and you have some parties like in cities and stuff where they are. But the original Oktoberfest is like so huge, so expensive, so hardcore crazy, and people so polite and they know how to act and stuff. So no, I don't know. Maybe it's like a one-time thing. You
Yeah.
have to go there to know how it is. That's the same like with Wacken, I think, the
Mhm.
festival. I was there once and said, okay, now I know it, and that's enough. And I think Oktoberfest is like the same, but with drunk people.
Yes. That's my
Yeah.
thing is like I don't like crowds as it is, and I hate dealing with drunk people.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, so it just sounds
It's
like my
your fest.
nightmare. Yeah, it sounds like I think I'd rather stick like toothpicks in my eyeballs. But
Yeah. Yeah, maybe you have to leave there one heart.
I don't know. We'll see. I might just have to get blitzed and go. Like I'll just be drunk the whole time.
Yeah, to feel the vibe. I also
Yes.
think you can't be there completely clean. It could be also fun to when you're like in the vibe, in the flow. It's just like looking at people and stuff at the crowd, what is happening there, like a bit theater.
Mm-hmm.
But on the other side, like does the one way or the other way get fucked up completely and just feel it.
Yeah, that's. I
Take
mean,
pictures you don't want to see it the next day.
exactly. I have a friend that went and he has photos that are insane and it's really funny. And he's like, I don't even remember taking these photos.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Like the best one, the only real ones.
I have a fun question. And
Yeah.
if it's stupid, if it's like really, really, really stupid, you don't have to answer it and you can just say like this too stupid. You're the first guest from Germany I've had on the podcast. Um I know that Germany is notorious for having like you can take basically a sentence or a word with a bunch of adjectives and make a very long German word.
Hmm.
What is the most ridiculous but most German word that you have ever said?
So I'm working for the land here, making marketing. So I have to deal with like the old official guys. And the word I'm using the most, like the last days, is touristische Unterrichtungstafel. And I hate it. It's touristische Unterrichtungstafel. And yeah, it's like two words wrote together. And it's the name for a sign, a normal road sign at the highway.
Oh, it's a road, it's a highway sign.
Yeah. And on that sign, there is like a location, a place, a sightseeing tip or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And the name for this sign is touristische Unterrichtungstafel. And that's so stupid.
It's great though. I like that you can just have a full word that you can basically make up that means like three things put together.
Yeah. But it's here like also, it's like three or four words just put together, just randomly. Okay, that's like the thing for that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking about other words, but because you asked me, you know it. Like I don't know words. So, what's your favorite band? There are bands. Damn.
It's because you're on the spot and you can't think of anything. And all you can think of is like what the most popular thing is at the time. I hate that.
Yeah, but there are many ones.
It's like,
When
who's the greatest drummer of all time? Lars Ulrich. That's what you're going to say, right?
yeah, of course, because there's no challenge. So when I'm old, like in the age of Lars Ulrich, and I think he's very old, he must be very old. My
Mm-hmm.
only goal is to keep up with his footwork.
I mean,
Honest,
you can do it,
I will try it.
but like his footwork is like,
ordinary. Perfect.
There he goes. I was reaching for what I could say that wouldn't just be the worst thing to say.
Don't even have to be word. There was like when you go to the Olymp, like the sounds with ah.
Yeah.
I think that's enough for describing this one.
I definitely forgot to say what I'm drinking because I'm drinking actual real coffee today.
Real coffee.
Yes,
Ooh,
real coffee, freshly
self-made.
brewed. I made it.
Nice.
I made it 30 minutes ago or so, but I got this from a little shop in Helsinki, not to be
Nice.
confused with its cousin Hell Stinky. Um, but this is called Good Life Coffee. It's like roasted in Helsinki, and I bought it at a shop called Sevi, which
Mhm.
is a very nice little cafe. And this is their Monteblanco. It's a Colombian coffee, and it's pink bourbon, which means that it's got like a lot more like juicier, fruitier notes because of the variety.
Mhm.
And it says that it has floral, candied citrus, and brown sugar notes,
Mhm.
and it's very lovely. It tastes like a nice, like kind of like orange marmalade.
Okay, that sounds nice.
It is good. It's got like some brown sugar kind of taste to it too.
And orange marmalade. Have you tried it on bread already?
Just scoop this onto some bread.
Yeah,
No, I'm not going to do that.
because of the orange marmalade.
I know that. I'd rather just take real orange marmalade and put it
Okay,
on.
okay.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
I had,
But fruity coffee, there was like the weirdest thing I've ever imagined about coffee. I was years ago at Bali in vacation, and I hate like the tourist tours and stuff like that. So just was walking to a guy standing there doing nothing, gave him like $20 and said, "Just bring me to your best friends." So to know the region and stuff like that. And he was, oh,
Mhm.
okay, cool. And then he got me to a plantage, a coffee plantage and cinnamon plantage.
Mhm.
At first, we put like the cinnamon off the trees because that's crazy. It's like trees, the skin of trees. And then they had like apes stored there. And you know Luwak coffee?
Yeah, the shit coffee.
Yeah. And then there was like a coffee tasting, and I tried the Luwak coffee, and it tastes like shit. Yeah.
Does it really?
It wasn't good.
Oh, it's very
Yeah.
expensive.
It's so expensive, yes, but I think it was because of the guys there, because they were so random and so, wow, it was like the normal stuff from them. They just kept some water in it and mixed it up, and that was coffee for them. That wasn't like no good brewery or stuff like that, no machine. It was like beans, water, mix it up. That's coffee.
That's weird. I mean, that's how you like whenever you cup coffee, like after you roast, or if you're roasting coffee, you
Yeah.
usually will do it's like a certain process still, but you just put coffee straight in a cup, like ground coffee, and put water. And then it's kind of like a French press where you will
Mhm.
scrape the crust off the top and then you just take a
Yeah.
spoon and sip it. But it's interesting that it didn't taste good. That just means coffee is bad. If you can't put just coffee grounds into hot water and have it taste decent, then that means that the coffee just sucks.
Maybe it tastes bad for the thing I was looking for because well, it's expensive, it's
Mm-hmm.
something can't get anywhere and so. And then the situation, like they were smoking cigarettes with newspaper paper instead of cigarette paper and stuff. It was like so raw there. It was just weird.
Wait, were you supposed to be like on a tour doing something, or like did you just randomly go?
No, I just found that guy doing nothing, gave him $20 and said, "Hey, I want to see the land. Just drive me to your friends, or where it is cool." And then we were driving like 2 hours or something like that on a mountain to this plantation. Then I was sitting there. They were talking their stuff in their language. And suddenly there was like this tree with cinnamon. Then there were these apes, and then there was a cup with weird coffee, and then there was smoking nonstop newspaper.
Oh my
stuff.
God.
Yeah.
You got the see the real deal.
Yeah. It was nice. They were friendly, but it was weird.
Yeah. Or what you didn't know is that that guy is a plant. And actually, that's also a setup for tourists that wander off and just want to see like the land.
Yeah. Could be.
No, I'm
There
just
was
kidding.
an option. Yeah, it could be because there was like an option to buy different stuff like cinnamon, chilies, coffee, and stuff. So maybe,
They had a
but
shop?
not quite like a real shop, but stuff like on the ground with "Do you want to buy?" and
No. You want to buy our newspaper cigarettes?
no, was a nice adventure, and I like it more this way, like than sitting in a bus and seeing like the same stuff you can see on your postcards.
Mhm.
So it was a story. The other stuff I wouldn't tell you.
That's true. You have a story. You didn't go on like the little swings where they push you and then you do like the cute little video.
Nah, I didn't. I think I don't had Instagram like there, or Instagram wasn't even a thing or something like
Okay.
that. Well, 8 years or 10 years ago.
Mm.
Yeah, times changed. Today, of course, I would get into the swing, taking photos, super nice ones, erotic
With
ones.
your like Instax or your Insta 360 like
Yeah, of course.
camera. Yeah.
Yeah. And disturbing like 100 other persons taking my time on there because they want to take the photos too.
Yes. Like just
Perfect.
holding up the whole line.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember your first drum kit?
My first drum kit, my ever first drum kit was a snare drum. So I wanted to play drums since I'm like 5 or 6 years. And parents were, that's expensive, that's loud, so that's a no. And they came up with an acoustic guitar, a small one, where I have had some lessons and stuff. And I was, okay, it's music too, cool. And then I started like drumming on tables, on seats, or even on pans, like in comics, like you see spoons on pans. And someday they recognized, okay, it's over. We have to give him a drum set. And then I started taking lessons like 4 times, I think, because the drum teacher only was telling me how to hold a stick. But in my mind was so, okay, let's go. Now I'm a drummer. I'm taking lessons now. Wait, Lars Ulrich, I'm coming. And yeah, then I didn't go there anymore because I was, set up with only holding my sticks right. And I got like, I think it was a no name. It was black with chrome hardware, like every cheap snare drum. And for me, it sounded like the best drum I've ever heard because it was mine.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like in half a year or a year after for Christmas, I think, I got a Basics set. Also the brand was called Basics. Do you know it?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
the Ludwig. It's like a Ludwig like lower, basically like their.
Really?
Yeah, it's Ludwig.
Crazy. Wow. Would be cool knowing this there. Was like a 4-piece set with also 3 toms, 10, 12, 14 standard kick, and with 20 kick, and just one ride, one crash, and a hi-hat, and a single pedal. And yeah, so I started my drumming with the set. And I had it like for 4 years, I think. Yes.
And then you sold it for a better kit.
No, I gave it away to the school. Yeah, I was getting like I took some money away and so because my dream kit was a Tama Superstar. They had like a special edition with 2 kicks, and of course, after some time, I Yeah, I started learning drums with hearing Slipknot.
Hmm.
So for my first own money, bought the Slipknot 9.0 Live double CD, and that was like my forever goal. So I will drum and learn till I can play this.
Hmm.
And so I put money away, and he also had like this double bass drum setup. And so that was a dream. And then there was like the special deal Tama Superstar with Joey Jordison snare, like the 13-inch one.
What the hell?
Yeah. And that was really crazy. It was not official from Tama, it was from our drum shop here because it's like a pearl snare, I think.
Yeah.
The pearl and the Tama kit, but they had it like the Joy Jordison kit. So, and I was so, okay, that's my kit. And then, yeah, I saved some money and got some money I hadn't had till there from my dad and bought this one. And so we give my old drum set away to the school.
Sounds very nice.
Yeah,
That's
it's really nice.
crazy that the drum shop was selling a Tama Superstar with a Joey Jordison snare.
Yeah,
Because
was like like in the village next to the city I live, and they also had like a badly photoshopped Joy Jordison on the picture of it. I was like, okay, that's perfect. It's beautiful. It's mine.
that's like because Pearl made that they had like a Slipknot export kit that they had
Yeah,
released with the all black and black hardware, two kick
yeah.
drums. But I think that the two kick drums superstar kit was it the one that was the hyperdrive or was it like normal sizes?
Was normal sizes. Hyperdrive came like some years later.
Okay.
Wasn't available net.
Because my first like real quote unquote drum kit was also a Tama Superstar kit.
Nice. Also, the bigger ones before, or already Hyperdrive.
No, I got mine like way before hyperdrive came out. This was like when I
Oh,
was like, I think I was 12 when I got that kit.
oh,
I got it
crazy.
for Christmas, but it was a fusion kit, which are the worst sizes ever made.
That's so
Uh,
weird.
Horrible. 22-inch kick, but it's a 10, 12, and a 14 by 12 floating floor tom. The worst.
I hate it. Like stand toms have to stand there, and
Yeah.
it's weird. But what it's even worse, some weeks ago I played a show, and there was like a drum kit from middle age, something like that, and the toms were like 10 by 12, no, 12 by 12, 13 by 13, and 14 by 14.
Power toms.
A hardcore, and then of course they were mounted on the bass drum and not on a single stand. So the toms were like a half a meter above my snare, and in my kit like there's a bell even over the toms, and the bell was like, I can't even imagine it, but I just reached it. It was so far away. What, that was hardcore.
That's crazy. That's like, you know, the band Show Me the Body?
No.
They're like a art punk band, kind of. I know people are going to give me shit for saying that, but they're a punk band, I guess. And
Mhm.
the drummer plays this like old. It looks like an old Tama like Imperial Star or something because it's got
Mhm.
the long like lugs that go from top to bottom.
Yeah. Mhm.
And so it's like a 14 by 14-inch rack tom on a snare stand. And then I
Nice.
like an 18 by 16 floor tom. It's enormous.
But that's incredible. I would
Yeah,
love to get an 18-inch floor tom.
me too.
Yeah,
But
that's
that's an
nice.
incredibly expensive floor tom for my kit.
Yeah. So I
What
have a what?
are you playing now?
Now I'm playing Mapex Saturn 5. Maybe 10 years.
Mhm.
So I really have it a time now. The Superstar kit I only played like 3 or 4 years, something like that. And then I sold a kick drum, I sold one tom, and so it gets less and less and less. because yeah, you want it all at first. You also want like 15 symbols and stuff. And then you realize, okay, that's stupid.
It's a lot.
And yeah, then yeah, there are people using it, but in our music direction, it's just crazy to have such diversity on your drum kit. And when I was like at a normal set with three toms, one kick, one snare, I thought, okay, that's like it. I need a new drum kit. And then like the Mapic Saturn was in this price range. I could afford like the best kit I could find. And it's in B&B brushed metallic black. It's like a matte finish where you can see like the wood shining through and
Hmm.
has this dark black chrome hardware. And it's just so sexy. So I already wanted to switch it because after 8 years or 10 years of switching bands, maybe a new drum kit would be nice. Just having this for tours or on reserve. So, but I haven't found a kit that was so beautiful, in my opinion, but yeah, affordable. Because there are drum kits. There's like a DV or a DW drum kit.
Hmm.
Of course, it's beautiful and it's like the best drum kit you can find, or for me, but it costs like 6K.
Yeah.
And that's a no, I think. So I learned tuning a bit better. And yeah, I'm happy.
It's all about the heads and the tuning.
Yeah. Also, there are some bands like we are rehearsing in a big complex. It's like under the ground, under a factory. There are like 20 rooms with 40 bands in there. It's pretty crazy because when you're going there, like from everywhere, there's someone, there's someone. So, and also there, I started going to beginner drummers, just checking their setups up and helping them tune the drums. And that's so enormous. So, like, then I know what I could have done with my basic set.
Hmm.
Yeah. Because it's okay when you know how to twist your stuff there.
Yeah.
Even from the worst kit, you can't do a perfect sound, but you can do good sound.
Yeah. I remember when I figured out the basket, like put the 12-inch in a snare basket,
Mhm.
and then it like resonates so much better. Same with legs, like floor tom legs. If it's not hanging, as soon as you like make your toms not suspended, it
Yeah,
opens the resonance of the tom and makes it feel so much bigger. So that
yeah,
finding that out was like crazy.
yeah. That's like electricity. You need the earth for working.
Yep. Yeah. It shakes the bottom to shake.
Yeah. And also at the floor tom, you need this bass boom,
Mm-hmm.
just punching your deepest drum. You have to feel it.
You have to.
Yeah.
Especially if it's like close to the floor tom, so you can feel. I mean, the kick drum, so you can feel it like in the like in your legs. Like, come on, it's the best.
Also, it's pretty weird, but I like it. You know, like the air lux from your snare or your stand tom, like the
Hmm.
little hole of the drum. You have to put it so you can feel it on your leg. When you're punching it,
Oh
you
yeah.
just feel it on your leg. Oh, that's beautiful. It's annoying, but it's beautiful.
I what was I gonna say? There was something I was gonna talk about because of the Mapex thing. I saw y'all played a show, but it might have been the backline kit. Was it a Star Classic? I think
Um,
it was like a festival backline, maybe.
could be.
Oh,
There are some shows.
okay.
Yeah, could be. Normally, it's like 50%. I'm bringing my own kit.
Hmm.
So last year, October, we bought our own van where I can bring the whole kit to every show. But before of that, I played what was there.
Yeah.
Just brought my breakables, my snare, my stands, of course, but it's freestyle. Sometimes I also like it to play on another set to get inspiration, what to do
Hmm.
with your own set. Most of the time, I think, mine is better for me, of course. But also, then I know it.
Especially like if it's your configuration, like you know exactly where your hands need to go because your
Of
muscles
course.
are, yeah.
Also, when you're
That's
playing shows, when it's dark and just the lights or strobes, blinding you. You just with closed eyes have to know where you hit.
What is the bell that you use? Because it looks enormous.
It is enormous. It's the Paist 2002 Mega Bell.
Ah, that's what I
It's
thought.
like a soup bowl, and on every show, drummers are getting to me. What the fuck is this? And
What
it's so loud. I also like stop the time. It needs 46 seconds. The
to like
sound,
completely resonate out.
yeah,
Oh my god,
46 seconds,
that's
and this
and what
that's perfect. All you need.
I saw Batushka last year,
Uh-huh.
and they were using. I think it was like one of the smaller ones, but it was still like flipped upside down. So it was
Hmm.
like you hit the rim of it, and it's like bong crazy. And I'm like looking at it, I'm like, what the hell is that thing? And so I looked it up, and it's one of the Peisty like 2002s, and it's just enormous.
Yeah, but it's beautiful. I like it, and it's so massive. I also tried to play it like the regular way with the bell above,
Mm-hmm.
because you have like the higher ping when you put it in the middle and the lower ping when you hit the corner. But then I recognized that it's like melody and stuff, and I don't like melody. I just need loud ping, and so I flipped it over to just have the hard ping.
It's beautiful.
Yeah,
Do you even use
and
a ride
also,
cymbal, or do you just use that?
um, there I use also I'm playing in two bands, and at Gutrectomy I'm playing also a right cymbal, and I have like the Meinl MB10 Bell
Mm-hmm.
Blast Right, and they stopped producing it like almost 10 years ago or something like that, and it's such a perfect ping. So I had Paistas, Siljons, Salients stuff, everything there, like more pricey and more quality and stuff like that. But I got every time again back to the MB10 because this ping is enormous. It's so high, and that's like a perfect combi. With this massive bell up there and this bell from the right there, I can do the ding dong, ding, ding,
Yep.
ding, and that's perfect. And
What's
also
the
for
other band?
blast, it's called Never, just Never.
Like
And
Never?
yes,
Okay.
yeah, it's pretty easy. And it's like the same music, like a Gutrectomy, but in slow and deep. So that's the first project I started by myself. And yeah, I was playing before in like a little bit of technical gent band, and guys wanted to get more technical and more like studio and just hearing and hardcore. And in my heart, I just felt like I want to make live music, and live music don't has to be that difficult. I want to see like happy faces in front of the stage. I want to see some, yeah, violent dancing and stuff, moshing around, just people having a good time. And for that, you only need a rhythm. You don't need a melody for this type of feelings. And so I started Never. I'm coming from this, I call it the golden era of deathcore with 2008, 2009, with Suicide Silence, and all of them, Carnifex, Despest
Mhm.
Icon, Chelsea Grin, like they started, and wanted to bring that raw stuff really back again in slow. So the guitar is tuned to drop F on an
Yep.
8 string, that's slow, and a little bit. Yeah, and it's just breakdown music.
I love that.
Yeah. And on this kit, I don't even have a right symbol. It's just like three Chinas.
Three Chinas.
Yeah. For the jumpy breakdowns, then for the, oh my God, that's hard breakdowns, and then the, fuck, I'm gonna die breakdown. So
That's good.
the triathlon of heaviness or something like that. I don't know.
The I Suicide Silence is like my favorite deathcore band of all time. And I said this to Pat from Fit for an Autopsy as well. I was like,
Yeah.
it's my favorite deathcore band ever. But like, Fit for an Autopsy came a little bit after and like carried on that vibe of like very
Yeah.
raw deathcore. So I think, and this is not a swipe at anybody. And I know that even Gutrectomy is very studio focused because you can hear the recording is extremely clean and
Yeah.
extremely technical in some ways. But then when the breakdown comes, you're like, Jesus Christ. But like that, if you listen to The Cleansing, they recorded it all together in the same room. You can hear in the drum tracks, you can hear guitars, and then in the guitar amp tracks, you can hear drums. It's insane.
That's so powerful. That's just hardcore. And also from the vibe of this music, I sometimes you have to see a band live to feel the energy. Just like, do you know Distant? Of course.
Yes, I do.
Yeah. And on studio, this is cool, but it doesn't has this energy for, in my opinion. And then I've seen them live, and live it was just a absolutely blast. It was so hard. Damn. So, and on this, like older albums, like The Cleansing or Furtive Monologue and Heart and Atrophy, you know it. It was like the same energy on the album, and that's just beautiful.
That's the thing is, I've seen some of the newer deathcore live, and I hear it on the album. I'm like, this sounds huge, this is massive, like it's crazy. And I've seen some of it live, and I'm just like, oh, like it's a little like it's not that it's not as raw as like I would want it to be because it just feels very like too articulated and things like that. Like I saw Born Anew live, and I think that they translate very well from the album to being live because it's just rhythmic music. It's all rhythm and it's all just like stupid breakdown, like good breakdown music.
Yeah.
But then there's some that do try to get too technical with it, and like you can just tell that they're thinking too hard.
That's like I've seen a Lorna show a few months ago, and on album it's like an orchestra artwork, something like that. Really like it. And live, if you don't have like the perfect sound man or perfect location and something like that, you have to be a musician to understand what's going on there. When you don't know how to play drums, play guitar, or something like that, you're standing there and okay, it's loud, and yeah, the singer's looking pretty good, but what's going on? It's fast and loud, and you have to get really into it to understand what's going on there when the sound isn't that perfect. So also venues and sound guys so important. That's crazy.
Yeah. And that's what I mean. It's like at a point, I think that's why I play hardcore. Like I'm in a hardcore band, and then I play in a band. I play drums in a band that's like 2007 beatdown, like very like South Florida inspired, like dumb breakdown music. Nice. And so like even the recordings, because I did the demo for, it's called Drive By, but I did the demo for that, and it's just like the drums are not perfect, the edits are not perfect, and there's a lot of shit that you can hear like that it's just not it, but it's very raw, and live it sounds like that. Like that's how it sounds.
Perfect. Yes.
Yeah. Like don't overthink it. Just do it.
That's the way. And have fun. Having fun on stage is like the most important thing. Like, yeah, of course, I missed this cymbal, or my stick is flying away and stuff, or yeah, something, can imagine. But have fun on stage. That's so important. There are enough bands like, oh, we are doing brutal music. We have to have our stank face, and happiness is not allowed. And that's so crazy. It starts even with really small bands getting the coolest person in the backstage, getting on stage. So, I'm so hard. And it's fine. We understand that you're making hard music and breakdowns and shit, but you are entertainers on stage. So entertain the people.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's your job, but it's your job. So have a good time with the people, and don't separate yourself from the crowd in front of you. they're paying money to see you, so have a good time together.
Yeah. Like people can sense authenticity and people can sense when you're being like real on stage, and they can also smell when everything you're doing is bullshit.
Yes.
So if you're going to put on an act and not be a genuine or like authentic person, that will only get you so far.
Yeah, of course.
So yeah, that's at least that's what I have learned.
Yeah, so you know Gutrectomy or have heard it, have seen some pictures and so. We are not like a meme band, but we are a meme band. But not because we want to be a meme band. It's because we are like how we are.
Mhm.
So, for example, our new backdrop, we just thought, okay, a 7 meter backdrop would be quite the perfect size for us.
A 7 meter backdrop?
Yeah, 7 by 4.
That's
And
insane.
yeah, that's pretty nice. And that's really dumb to try roll it out in your rehearsal room. But then we thought about, okay, we're making so brutal music. It's so hard. It's so fast. And I myself making marketing and graphics and stuff. So what would be the best for this backdrop? And it ended being completely white. And in Comic Sans, there was written Gutrectomy.
In Comic Sans?
Of course.
What is wrong with you?
Just the right way to do it. But the O is like a sad emoji.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
So when you're going on Facebook, like the title picture is our backdrop. And even more meme, we played a show in the Netherlands. It was a festival headlining, and was like a big LED screen behind the show, behind the stage. And we forgot to give them our logo. And then we asked if they have internet, and so they just put up our Facebook page at the stage at the backdrop of like the LED screen. So there was like just our Facebook page with our title picture, and was so funny because you can see the following guys with the likes, and live you can see people clicking on follow,
Liking.
like interactive, and that was so stupid that was like perfect. That was just beautiful. And every time I was drinking some water or so, looking behind me, I just had to laugh. It was so nice.
That's so good though that people are like into it enough to like look it up, and then they're realizing that it's not a screenshot,
Yeah.
it's the actual page.
Yes. But that's also crazy. So when people are stage diving, we give them some pfeffi, like the mint liquor. We have always on stage because we made a music video, or it was before my time, before I was in the band. And until then, everything was like, this is a pfeffi band. And so pfeffi, this mint liquor.
Yeah.
And so we decided to bring it up on stage if people wanted just a sip. And now they really want it. And we are so bad persons when we forgot to get it, because of course it is standing on a rider, so the location has to get it for us promoters, but that's not every time yeah, the case. But every time people are getting done with Pfeffi to our stage or bringing it to us and stuff. So, of course, sometimes we drink, we making party and stuff. But this image is like, okay, they like Pfeffi, they have to drink with us before the show, after the show. But we can't do this. So if anyone hears this with Gutrectomy, of course we can do this, and we do this every time and much and so, but not so often.
You're just blitzed off of Fefe on stage, like trying to play at like 200 BPMs, like rock and kick drum, and it's just like not coming out.
Yeah. There was one show, it was the same show with the backdrop in the Netherlands. We were on tour with No Face, No Case. It's like from Czech, beatdown band, great guys, or really great guys. The personality, we had such a good time with them. Also, the music is great. And yeah, and this evening we had really fun with them. So when they were playing before us, we started bringing them like drinks on stage. So they were looking for their water. They're looking down. There was standing like a rum cola or something like this, or mixed long drinks instead of their water. And we just wanted to know what happens. And it was like totally fine with them. They said nothing. And so, but then there was the revenge when we were playing, like between every song, people running on stage from then, like, drink it, drink it, drink it. So it was just crazy. Like the last 3, 4 songs, or it was hard keeping up with the feet and stuff. Yeah. So we don't play on click. It's everything like also no click, no trigger, just raw. And then it was getting heavy.
Because you also have to hit. Do you have a pad where you hit the 808s and stuff? Yeah. So that's crazy.
Yeah. Sometimes like acrobatics and thinking about what's more important, the sample or the cymbal. But yeah, it works. Yeah. I like it because we are very spontaneous, and sometimes when the people are having really good time, we are playing a breakdown again, maybe again, and then we are laughing and play it again, and with like a script set from start to end, uh, we are too caged in the situation. So sometimes we play a song shorter, or sometimes we play a song, yeah, longer or stuff. And we love this flexibility. And I think it's okay. So sometimes people are coming to me and asking me what trigger techniques I'm using or stuff. And then so, none. Okay. And when this question is coming up, I know it couldn't be that bad.
No, I mean, that's a compliment.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm shy.
Dragging caskets.
Yes. That's a nice one.
It's good.
Yeah, really like it. I was playing it live. Nice.
When did you join Gutrectomy?
Like officially, I joined it 1 year ago, yesterday, 1 year ago.
Congrats.
Yes. Thanks. And like the guitarist Philip, he asked me months ago, years before already. So, hey, be our backup drummer, be our backup drummer. Because in our region here, it's pretty hard to find a metal drummer. Or it's pretty easy to find a metal drummer playing metal, but
Yes.
it's pretty hard to find a metal drummer coming up with speed and stuff. And yeah, I always said, no, 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 it's not my type. I don't know you. I don't like you. You're assholes. Stuff like that.
Really?
No,
Oh.
like in a polite way. But yeah, then once ago they played like in front of here Within Destruction in Switzerland, and I was there for Within Destruction with my girlfriend, and yeah, then we know each other or learned us and said, okay, I will try it, maybe, okay, and then I had like one rehearsal with all the guys, and yeah, they're pretty bad in rehearsing, so it happens none. We had like 5 rehearsals in this year. That was it. Yeah, so I played a few times, 3, 4 times with the guitarist, the songs through. And then he said, hey, there's like a small festival, 600, 700 people, born from pain, playing in front of us. Do you want to play this? And before I could say no, he said, yes, perfect. And so I had like this one rehearsal and 2, 3 weeks time to learn all the songs for one set. And that worked pretty fine. I was really nervous. It was like my biggest show till then. And yeah, worked quite perfectly. And then a month later, they said, okay, you're in the team. And then we switched. So the drummer before is now like the backup drummer.
Okay. So who's writing like most of the drum parts? Or is it like one primary writer that's doing everything and then y'all learn the parts, or
We have like one primary writer. It's Louis, our bassist,
Mm-hmm.
and he's giving like a direction. And then I'm adjusting the drums so it has more like my style, or to make it playable. Because guitarists or bassists, I think they know we have two arms, but they don't know what we can do with two arms.
Yeah, or two legs.
Yeah, or two legs. Yeah, I made a reel a couple of days ago where I really it wasn't staged. I just filmed it like again my reaction. He sent me a song for a new song, and the drum was like okay, chilly, chilly. Then it was like 220, 230 BPM. Okay, fast, but it's cool, it's cool. And then it cranked up to double to 460 BPM, and I was just like, what?
That's
Yeah,
like faster than Archspire.
yeah, that's faster Gatling gun speed. This, yeah, and yeah, made this reel went viral. I think was pretty funny, and so he knows I'm getting over every drum part to adjust it in my way. So yeah, now writing new songs. It's pretty nice because when you're playing just the drum parts from another drummer, you can learn it, but you don't feel it.
Right.
So of course I don't play anything like it's recorded on the album. I have like my own touch to the older songs, but with the new stuff, it's so easy to learn. You just know what was the opinion behind it.
Right. So sending feedback, do you reprogram and send like, or do you just like say like, these are the changes I would do?
No, it's like coming going. So I was getting sent like his opinion, what he's thinking, what part. If there's a blast beat or a breakdown,
Mm-hmm.
then I'm going on with my version, and then we're working together till it fits.
That's awesome.
So normal, it's like 3 or 4 revisions, something like that, and then we're happy.
So are y'all recording and mixing everything yourselves? Or
Mixing, no. Recording, yes.
mm-hmm.
So the drums are fake; they are sampled.
Yeah.
We were at this point, okay, I wanted to mic them and make this in the studio with this reel. And then we saw the price tag and sat together and were like, okay, maybe it sounds a little bit more true, not better, something like this in this kind of music.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, we bought a van and merchandise from the money.
Yeah.
Yeah, instead of sitting there 3 days in the studio.
So I'll be honest with you. I do recording and I mix and stuff. And for the style of music, it is 100% not worth recording it because
Yeah.
you'll end up just sample replacing most of it anyway.
Yeah.
And if you just do program drums, it saves you like hours of editing time.
Hardcore, yes.
So it is better to not even just there's so many good sample libraries out now that are free. Just don't
Yeah.
even do it.
Yeah. Also in other kinds of music. So was play when you play in a punk band, hardcore band, or jazz, blues, rock, normal metal, or old school metal, or stuff like this. Real drums can make a difference.
Yeah.
What it when it's going to fast or stupid music, like all this faster core stuff, it's just like a sign when you're big, in my opinion. Then it's cool to make it because you have the possibility. Nice. And also nice flex when you can play this crazy shit. But like in our reach or in our, yeah, the size we are, it just makes no sense for us.
So do you know this whole like there's like lore behind so Eloy Casagrande was playing drums. He's like the dude with the shaved head and he plays Tama, but he hits really hard and he's really fast.
Mm-hmm.
He was playing for Sepultura. Jay obviously was playing for Slipknot.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody knows him. And then
Yeah.
that dude Grayson Necrutman, the jazz drummer, that was big
No,
on YouTube.
no, what? Okay.
Okay, so he's huge on like he's got a Drumeo. He's like really really big. And
Okay, crazy.
he's known for doing like jazz solos and stuff. And he's young. He's like 20 years old, like super
Mhm.
young. So he started playing drums for Suicidal Tendencies.
Okay,
Okay. So
I
this is
switch.
happening. This happens
Yeah.
for like a year or two. Then Jay announces that he's leaving Slipknot like
Hmm.
a month or so ago, like a couple months ago. Then Aloy Casagrande announces that he's not going to be playing with Sepultura anymore.
Hmm.
And then it gets announced that Grayson from Suicidal Tendencies is going to be playing with Sepultura.
What?
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is all happening. So then it's like, oh, okay, like this is weird. So
Hmm.
basically, everybody from each band just took like they went one to the left. And so Aloy Casagrande is now playing with Slipknot and Jay is now playing with Suicidal Tendencies. So everybody just switched the band that they were playing with.
Crazy. That's really crazy.
It's weird.
Yeah, but also nice.
But also, where are all the other drummers? Like, there can't just be like,
Good question. Yeah.
like there are other drummers.
Yeah. Ah, crazy. But sometimes also crazy, like you told, from jazz to the suicidal tendencies, what they are doing for switches. I had like, we played once with Black Tongue years ago, and on the drum was sitting Aaron Kitcher from Infant Annihilator.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, the fastest guy ever on YouTube and stuff like that. And then you're seeing him with Black Tongue playing like two notes in a minute, but completely concentrated, the slowest breakdowns you've ever heard. But you're just knowing him like, and then he's sitting there, done, done. It was so doomy. I don't know how this happens.
I mean, you want to switch up, you want to try something different. You've
Yeah,
mastered 400, 500 BPM. Now you want to
that
master 40.
probably that was harder for him.
Yeah, it's very difficult.
Yep. And also like interesting playing in one tour so many notes like in one half song.
And you play the same amount of notes from half of a song and an entire set.
Tour.
Tour
Or
20 shows is half of a song for Infant Annihilator.
could be. But that was crazy. It was really crazy slow. Slowest concert I've ever heard or was to.
That's like I cannot like I like Primitive Man, but
Mhm.
that's probably as slow as I can go. When I hear sleep, I'm gonna go to sleep. Like I just want to go to sleep.
Yeah, that's too hard. Also, sometimes it's getting lower and lower and slower and slower. And there's this actual thing. So, whoa, stank face, hard, what's going on? And kill yourself in the pit. And there's like 1 BPM lower. And it's so, what? Where's the next tone? It's like finding this stage of amount of speed isn't that easy.
Right.
So when I'm writing songs for Never, so we start at the rhythm, at the drum side because it's rhythm music and not melody music. I'm thinking about how long does it take to move your arm in the pit and stuff. Just imagine, okay, this is like 80 BPM. Okay, this is like the part, the speed. So I'm thinking like that way. That's also pretty crazy.
I don't even think about it like that. That's crazy. I just go off of vibe.
Yeah, so the songs really on the album, also or debut album, or we released a single a few days ago. Maybe it's not that good music to hear on Spotify or stuff like that, but it works live, and that was like my number one goal to make funny live music, to have
Are y'all
fun.
just doing like locally or y'all gonna play like touring and stuff like that?
It's the plan, but we had our first show like 4 or 5 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
So we just started. Now in August, we're playing our third show with Distant and Buenos Aires. And then we're looking.
That's crazy. Born of Osiris. That's another band that's been playing for a long time.
Yeah, that's also crazy huge. Also for us as third show ever with this band, it's like, okay, nice.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, that's gonna be nuts. And I'll make sure to put the information for Never in the description as well, so we can check it out. Everybody,
Yeah.
for the most part, who listens to this podcast, moshes. So, and if you
It's
don't,
cool.
why are you
It's
listening?
important.
Yeah, just
And our latest song is like our breakdown song. We call it our breakdown song. It's like breakdown, up build, breakdown, build up, breakdown, build up. That was it.
that's literally that's all I want is
Yeah.
breakdown, build up, breakdown.
Yeah.
Wait, it's just called Never. Is it on Spotify?
On Spotify, we're called never.dc.
I'm excited. I love mosh music, so obviously.
But it's also crazy. It changes. So years ago, like the hardest China breakdown slams and so, where the parts the people were going crazy in the pit. And then like 2 years ago, I didn't know why it started getting these hi-hat parts. You know them?
Mm-hmm.
There's uh, I don't know. There's one band doing this all the time. Kublai Khan.
Oh man, Kublai Khan's been doing that shit for like 10 years.
But suddenly it was like everywhere, and people are going crazy to the low hi-hat parts.
Yeah.
So sometimes with Gutrectomy, we're on stage like going and hardcore and stuff like this. And then after it, it comes like the slow down, groovy UK hi-hat part, and people are just going crazy. And we're so, okay, is it that now?
Oh, I'm
And
trying
so
to
when,
think of when I heard a hi-hat breakdown in like I think it was like 2010. And me and my friend were like, that's the hardest shit I've ever heard.
yeah, but that's so crazy. It's just when you're standing in front of the stage.
Yep. And then you got to
That's,
open up the horseshoe, push
yeah,
everyone to the side and throw your
yeah.
arms back onto people. Yeah. What is the best pit move?
The best pit move. Um, the best pit move. I love it when they're doing like a whole mass two-step together. That's like it's not like violent or something like that, but it looks so cool when there are like 50 people or so doing like the same move. And then it's like just a mass wobbling in front of you. And that's really nice. And sometimes it's cool, but what I don't really like are these really slam beatdown shows where like 300 persons and then like the 10 crazy ones in front taking all the venue for them itself and just running into the middle, doing a backflip, kicking themselves in the head and going back to the side. No one wants to get in front of the stage. Then the
Yeah.
next one is going in the middle of it. That's pretty primitive, I think. So the vibe for the musicians on stage, because everyone is getting like 20 meters into the back where the lights
Yeah.
can't get more to them. And you just see like 3 or 4 persons in the middle alone dancing, and you're thinking, okay, crazy show.
That shit
4 persons.
sucks.
It could be funny in smaller venues.
Mm-hmm.
We played in Frankfurt. It was called Ponyhof, really small. We really think why. It was like my living room here, like 30 square meters or something like that. And 60 persons were in there. And then 10 people completely freaked out. And then it's really crazy again. So you see them just finding their way through other persons and flipping, spin kicking and stuff. Then it's cool. But in bigger venues, it's weird. There's also like the vibe on hardcore shows, the people getting to the mic, screaming with the singer and just jumping into the people and so. This is
Yeah.
like a hardcore thing. And that's awesome.
I love that. That's what I like. I want people to take the mic and sing because I don't want to sing.
Yeah.
I also don't want to play a set longer than like 15 minutes. So
Oh, on tour in January. We made like a Europe tour, and our set was like 50, 55 minutes.
Why would you do that?
Yeah. But also, sometimes I think it just doesn't matter how long the set is because you're playing the first two songs and then you're playing the last two songs. What happens in the middle, it just happens.
It just happens.
You're playing 20 minutes or 1 hour. The last two songs are hard, and the first two songs are to getting into it. And the middle is just there. I don't know it. Time flies by every time. Playing 50 minutes, and it's so fast over.
I don't know if I've ever played a set that's longer than like 45 minutes.
Yeah, 45, 50. It's also the same.
It's long. I don't want to be on stage longer than that.
So for me, it's good because I don't know more songs from Gutrectomy. We can't play longer.
Would they do it though? Like a 90-minute set?
Also Louis, our bassist, would say yes. I would be also so crazy saying yes. So, hey, yes, of course, that's a great idea. And Philip and Dennis, our singer and guitarist, they would say immediately, no, that's too long. And probably we were going to try to convince them that this is a really good idea. And middle of this 90-minute set, we would hate ourselves for convincing them playing this. And after that, we have to be brave and say, yeah, that was a good idea, but we know the other ones were right. But it would happen like this, I think.
It's horrible.
Yeah. But also some bands are playing 2 hours, 3 hours. That's just crazy. But they don't.
Yeah. And heavy music, like playing that long is insane to me.
Yeah.
But that's just me. Like I don't know if I could even do that. But then like I admire when I watch a metal band play for an hour and I'm like, wow, that was fucking good.
Yeah. But on the other side, when I'm on shows, most of the time I like it when they're stopping after 40 minutes or stuff like that. Because you also need a break. And also if I love this music, it's loud, it's fast, it's hard. And hearing this like 2 hours with no pause, not cool.
Yeah.
And going outside, missing the half of the set, coming back side in, also not cool. So I think 40 minutes is like, 45 minutes is really nice for the bands and for the fans.
It's for both. It's just good. My attention span is very short. So if I'm not like locked in, if it hasn't like captured my attention, then I'm just going to have a hard time.
Yeah, and when you're playing the drums, most of the time you're also standing dead there. What is he playing? What is this? You're just staring. Oh, last week I was at Why She Sleeps, a show, and the drummer, I don't know his name, but I know he has gold-plated hardware.
That's nice.
Oh my God. Ooh, never seen this live. And it was like, damn, that's a new goal. But you have to be like huge name to make it. And then I looked it up, and one cymbal holder is like 1K.
Was it DW?
Yes, DW 9,000. 9,500 or 9,700, like the most craziest thing you can get. And it's not even gold optic, it's 24 karat plated.
Why?
I don't know. Because
that's too heavy.
Yeah. But it was beautiful.
Julien, thank you so much for hanging out. This has been a lot of fun.
Yeah. Also for me. Thanks.
You did great. I don't know why you had to feel nervous or anything. We're just chilling.
Yeah. I don't know either. Yeah. What should I say?
I don't know. Say what you have coming up. What are you excited about?
Okay, make it like official. I'm very excited about playing more shows because I'm playing shows. No, really, like playing live, seeing happy people in front of stage is like the best thing of making music. Of course, it's cool having cool gear and stuff like that, and so practicing playing the drums, but making this for other people being happy, it's like the coolest thing about making music, in my opinion. Of course, we have to think about the business part to make it paid and stuff like that to go on with the music, and everything is getting more expensive and stuff. But you have to look that it's like in a polite way and in a cool way with your fans and working together with your fans and just have fun on stage. And don't take it too serious like the real metal heads often do.
This is so serious. It's just metal.
Yeah, of course. You have to be a bad person on stage and look extra dramatic all the time.
Well, and then there's like bands that actually do have like bad, scary people in them that are being real. So
Sometimes there's a guy's name, but that's him. He is not like another person on stage. It's like
yeah,
just this person on stage. And then it's totally fine if you're scared.
I like that though.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. It's also an achievement. You have to go your way to be that scary.
Yeah, like you got to really be committed.
Yeah,
So
really. No, that's like what I want to say. Don't take it too seriously. Have fun on stage.
I appreciate that.
The best way being on stage.
Um, I have one last question for you before we go.
Sure.
What's your favorite city for beans and breakdowns?
That's a tough one. Mm, I would say Munich. That's totally weird. I was thinking about it now because in Germany there's like a big scene, I would say, but only on the festivals and some cities and so. We have like Nordrhein-Westfalen is like a part of the land here, NRW, and the scene is really big. But every time we played in Munich, it was crazy. It's not our hometown, but it feels like our hometown. I don't like Munich either that much, but it's every time really cool there. So I don't know. I would say Munich. I don't want to say Munich, but it's Munich in Germany.
That's cool. I really do. Like I said earlier, I want to visit Munich. And I know that Germany, for a lot of genres, has a very, very sick scene, especially hardcore. I think in Europe, Germany probably has like top three sickest hardcore scenes.
Yeah, that's crazy here. There are small hardcore bands like everywhere. Like
Mhm.
in the city where I live, there are like five hardcore bands, and that's crazy. I have the feeling just one of them is on Spotify or like official on
Mhm.
yeah, on the screen, but everywhere, and they're playing everywhere. They're like small bands, and you see them like on every poster for every show here. It's so weird, but the scene is there. Yes.
Well, it's all the same people in the five hardcore bands, and it's just so that they can play on every show under a different name.
No, they're really like different people.
That's
I,
crazy.
I would love to say that's only one band, but that's crazy. Yes. But like
Well,
in our music, it's seldom. So
mhm.
you have to travel to get to shows in deathcore, slam, and something like that.
Yeah, but that's why I'm so jealous in Europe. You can just drive like 3 hours and you're in like the middle of Switzerland or in the middle of France.
Mhm.
And France has a great scene too.
Sometimes.
I know Paris's like hardcore scene is very good because even
Hardcore, yeah.
like they had Kickback for a long time, and I've seen some bands going over and playing shows that look insane.
Mm-hmm.
Like our friends in Prowl, Prowl's from Montreal, and they play in Europe pretty often.
He played with Paul like last month.
Really?
Yeah, with Never. It was like a really small hardcore show, and we opened it.
That's crazy. Yeah, those are our friends.
Okay, that's really crazy. We played like frisbee with them.
That's sick. I had no idea that y'all had played with Prowl because I didn't even know that you were in the band Never. So shout out Prowl.
Crazy. Yes.
What a weird connection.
I never thought about hearing this name Paul here in this interview podcast.
Well, Julien, again, thanks so much. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day, the rest of your night. Go to sleep.
I'm going to bed now.
It's like
I have to
midnight.
work in like 7 hours. Yes.
I'm so sorry this took way longer.
Hey, it's totally fine. That means it couldn't be that bad.
Yes, it was very fun. Very good conversation. Thanks so much for hanging out. And I wish you and Gutrectomy and Neva all the best.
Thank you very much.
Thanks so much for listening to this episode of Beans and Breakdowns. I want to say a huge thanks to Julien for hanging out on the podcast. Be sure to check out Dragging Caskets, the newest single from Gutrectomy. Also, check out his other band that he mentioned, Never. Those links will be in the description of this episode. If you've enjoyed the podcast, please subscribe and leave a review. You can find out more information about the podcast by following us on Instagram at Beans and Breakdowns or on the web at beansandbreakdowns.com. Until next week, be sure to stay caffeinated and wake the fuck up.